So we've just published the State of the Climate for 2017 based on data from the Copernicus Climate Change Service. And this shows that the temperatures for the last 3 years have been exceptionally warm globally.
What is more striking, I believe, is that 16 out of the 17 warmest years on record have happened during the 21st century.
Most of Europe was also above average in terms of temperatures. In the Arctic region, we've also seen very high temperatures. In some areas, the monthly averages were exceeded by over 6 degrees. And this was also linked to low sea ice cover, which was among the lowest on record.
So what we can expect for the future climate is additional warming, because it's well known that the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere have a delayed effect and a cumulative effect. So all the CO2 that is currently in the atmosphere will continue to warm the Earth system for quite some time.
If we don't manage to curb emissions, we are set for a long-term warming.
Key message from the Paris Agreement is that we all work together to minimize that additional warming, but some additional warming will take place, so we can expect more extreme weather, so hotter heat waves and colder cold spells, and possibly other impacts that we don't know about yet.
So having a monitoring facility for this emission and also the impact in terms of climate change is very important, and this is what the Climate Change Service of Copernicus is trying to achieve.
The role of ECMWF in producing these climate reports is that we produce what's called a climate reanalysis. We look back in the past and we reprocess archived observations from the past. That generates a very rich data set, not only on temperature but on many other climate variables.
WMO, which is collecting all these sources of information and will issue a state of climate, a consolidated state of climate later in the year, is really looking at all these data sets in a very inclusive way to provide this assessment. The European Commission has been extremely bold and visionary in setting up this Copernicus program that we are proud to be part of. It's very ambitious, and there is, to my knowledge, no equivalent in the world in terms of a coordinated activity at global level. Hopefully, if the Paris Agreement implementation is going well, we should see at some stage, with a very drastic number of activities and policies, we should see a reduction of what we are seeing now today.